What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame live stream as the Lakers get set to face the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte at 4 Pacific time, guys. So y'all been hearing all the rumors. Turns out Trevor Ariza was rerouted to Washington. It turns out Robert Sarver is a sore loser and he didn't want to trade, Trevor to the Lakers or whatever. But it's all right. Look, there's plenty of trades to be had if needed. There's rumors of the Lakers interested in Wayne Ellington and Terrence Ross, amongst many of the rumors that I'm sure aren't really being reported. That's all I always say. I never believe it till it officially happens, guys. And we should be good. However, there's reports that KCP still wants out from the Lakers organization, and I'm sure we're going to trade him at some point. But the question is for who? Who's available? Who can we go out there and get? The Suns wanted Lonzo for Trevor Ariza. That's crazy. Robert Sarver, bro, what are you? What kind of bud brownies are you taking in, or what, man? Because seriously, you're hallucinating. But bottom line is tonight we face the Charlotte Hornets. We have a chance to move to the fourth or third seed, depending on who wins between the Thunder and the Clippers, and if we win tonight. So make no mistake, tonight is not an easy game. Kemba Walker has been hooping. They have shooters. Young upcoming players like Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, somebody that I've liked since college, But in other news, Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that the Lakers are actually saving up trade assets, draft picks, all kinds of stuff, just in case that Anthony Davis becomes available. So that would probably be the only reason that they trade the young core, right? They did make him they took him off the table and said, they're not up for trade unless we get a superstar. So that's the right mentality. They've been balling out. So thank God. Looks like we're keeping the young core intact, even past the trade deadline. So I can't wait to see what they do in the playoffs. That's when it's going to get really exciting. I'll get to the comment section in a little bit, guys. Just want to give my quick thoughts on the Charlotte Hornets tonight. Again, Kemba Walker's a beast, so we got to try to keep him in check. Lonzo Ball's been doing a great job all year defensively on other guards, especially scoring guards. So hopefully it continues tonight. Unfortunately, we might be without JaVale McGee, who's out with flu-like symptoms that he was feeling bad around shoot-around. So it's going to be a game-time decision if he goes or not. But assuming he does not go tonight for tip-off, do we play Mo Wagner or does Tyson Chandler get the start and then Mo Wagner off the bench, or is Luke going to go small? I pray to God Luke doesn't go small. All right, they got guys that can rebound there off the bench. They got like the Zellers of the world. That can, rebound and kill us on the glass. So even Frank Kaminsky, believe it or not, he could do some damage in the paint. So we got to make sure that we continue to go big. I would say Mo Wagner to back up Tyson if Tyson starts, or just get the start to Mo Wagner. I would love to throw him in the flames, but I know Luke's not going to do that. So it is what it is. This is a game we have to win because we got another one coming up tomorrow. So we got to start off this back-to-back right. We already lost versus Houston. Shouldn't have happened. And hopefully tonight we can get the dub. Keys to the game. LeBron James and Kuzma continue to be my keys. If they could have amazing games, both of them, we're going to have a good shot to win it. And then, of course, let's try to make a little bit more free throws because we continue shooting poorly from the free throw line. And don't turn the ball over. So those are my keys to the game, guys, for tonight. Now I head over to the comment section, see what you guys think. Do you guys have anybody in mind as far as trades go? You've been hearing the rumors for Terrence Ross and potentially Wayne Ellington. So does BI come back? He's not coming back this week. He's progressing towards a return. Rajon Rondo has been cleared for contact practice. So he's closer to return as well. We might get them both around maybe sometime next week, maybe Wednesday's game. But, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this team's going to look like once closer to completion, right? But we keep getting injured. Unfortunately, again tonight, JaVale McGee might be out with a flu-like symptoms. So hopefully we do the thing. We got to come out ready. Next man up. Do you want Bradley Beal? Not really. I like the player. I don't like the contract, and I'd rather go for a max free agent. And I know it's going to take a lot to get Bradley Beal. So, not really, man. How much do you think it will take for T. Ross, KCP, and what other player or pick? I think Terrence Ross is hooping right now for the Magic, so I'm not sure if they trade him unless they start losing some games. And then, they might want a first-round pick for him or a late a late first or a couple of seconds, or if not that, then they might take KCP in a second round pick. I'm not sure what combination will get it done, honestly. But looking at the Orlando Magic, they have a lot of young talent on that Magic team, so maybe they could use a veteran like KCP. Maybe that would be enough. Not sure. How much do he said, Dan? Who's gonna be the G League player that goes off today? G League player, huh? I don't know, but I wanna. I don't know, honestly. I want Ingram, that Ingram guy, to continue to ball out and eventually get a shot in the NBA because he deserves it, man. Humble dude. He's been around for a long time. He's a sharpshooter. I'm sure there's a place somewhere for him, but I just think there's a lot of politics in sports. Do you think we will get Anthony Davis this year? I've been saying I don't feel a blockbuster trade coming. I feel a smaller trade coming this year, and maybe during the summer or next year we will maybe get a blockbuster trade if needed. But I think the young core deserves at least the rest of this year to prove themselves and prove that they are the next up and coming big thing. Kuzma starting to prove himself. Lonzo had a spurt where he looked unstoppable, especially defensively. Now we're gonna wait for Ingram to come back and show out. Once he does that, Josh Hart as well. He's been under the radar, but make no mistake, Josh Hart is a beast. There's a lot of teams out there that I'm sure would target Josh Hart as their starting shooting guard. So Andre Ingram, yep, Andre Ingram. Dan, do you think Kuz will score another 20-plus point game? Oh yeah, Kuz is prime time, man. Last season, once he got going, he didn't stop till the season ended. He ran to a little brick wall, like a little like towards the last third of the season, but it's all right. He came back, bounced back stronger than ever. So I can't wait to see what Kuz does tonight. He's now currently averaging 18 points per game, so very impressive for a second-year player, and he's doing it with an array of moves: drop step, sweeping hook shot, left, right hand, soft touch finishes, bullying people in the paint, and stretching the floor from beyond the arc. So and even the teardrop. So he's doing it in all facets and all types of ways. He's just a pure scorer, and now he added defense and playmaking. Man, the kid is amazing. So I love watching Kuz play, and I'm glad he finally shut up all the haters that were talking smack in the beginning, talking about trade Kuzma. So that's the best part. Dan, do you think Kemba will go off again? Depends. If Lonzo can contain him like he's been doing versus other guards, and I expect him to get 20 to 25, which is a pretty good containment, especially what he's been doing, this season. He's been dropping 30s, 40s, 50s. So if we can contain him to like 25, that'd be great, in my opinion. And then we'd have a great shot at winning because I don't see nobody else. Hopefully we don't give up a career high to some no-name player or a rookie like Miles Bridges comes in and drops a career high. That'd be great if we can contain those type of players. But those are the keys for tonight's game: is getting out in transition, limiting turnovers, hitting free throws, and locking in on the defensive end. So would I want Jabari Parker? I believe the Chicago Bulls signed him to an expensive contract, right? So no. I always look at the contract. Yes, I like the potential of a Jabari Parker. No, I do not like that contract. That's a contract we're going to need to give to Brandon Ingram or Kyle Kuzma or Lonzo Ball or Josh Hart in the future. So, no, I don't want Jabari Parker as much as I like him, But that's a good question, though. Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm not sure what his contract looks like, but I don't think the Knicks will trade him, man. He's very good. Very, very good player. So, I'm not sure the Knicks are willing to trade him. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, Kuz for 40 tonight, that'd be great. If Kuzma could drop a 30 to 40 point game, that almost guarantees victory. I notice when he goes off, most of the times we're right there. So Frank Ntilikina is nice. I know some Knicks fans got impatient with him. My friend was telling me because he was having off games, but he's a two-way defensive prospect as well. So I like him, but not for the Lakers. We already have Lonzo. Lonzo cannot contain Kemba. Just stop. I mean, he can't. He can slow him down, not contain him, but if he could contain him under like 30, 40 points, that'd be great. And yes, he is a very good defensive guard. If you haven't been paying attention, pay close attention because look at he's holding the opposition this season to under 35% from the field. So I think they're like below 30, if I'm not mistaken. So he's doing work defensively. And if you haven't been paying attention, man, pay attention. Unless you're not a Laker fan, then you can get up on out of here. Watch out for Kemba. Absolutely. Kemba is different. He is different, but if you guys remember the last time they went head-to-head, Lonzo went up, squared up, and dunked on him off the dribble. So that was nice to see last season. I can't wait to see what we got in store for them this year. He said Steven Jackson says he's better than Ray Allen. Steven Jackson is a better fighter than Ray Allen. You know, he can get down for sure. You know, he's got his back, his teammate's back, which, you know, as we all know, infamously, Ray Allen does not. So he said, how much do you think the young core will ask for when their contract is up? That doesn't matter right now because their first contract isn't up yet. So we're going to ink them to a 3 to 4 year extension. And then after that, that's when we got to worry about it. But it depends on their production. Remember, certain players can are only eligible for a certain amount of contract money, depending on their production, how many all first defensive teams, all-star games, and all that. So we're lucky we're in the West because we actually have to pay our players less for not making all NBA teams. So it's a blessing to be in the West as well, even though it's tough, you know, because you can get some of these great players at a discount price. You don't have to throw out, you know, anything near a max contract. It's Lonzo just needs to hit shots. Everything else is great with his game. Absolutely. There's an educated man right there. There you go, Charles. He said, I like that Magic didn't give in and trade our young guys. He'll never do that. I'm telling you guys, he has our best interest at heart. I've been saying it on this channel. I feel like Magic is one of us. He's one of the fans. A lot of the predictions I predicted have actually come to fruition. And that's because we think alike, right? Like the fans like Magic Johnson. So what I'm saying is Magic is a very intelligent man, and he has the best team's interest at heart. So that's why I'm excited, man. That's why I'm excited for sure. You know? And then we get spammers in here. Careful with these guys because you click on the channel, you might just get that virus on your computer. What'd you miss? Hey, what's up, Matt? Pretty much we covered, you know, the key parts of the, you know, Hornets versus Lakers. Game should tip off in a little over 35 minutes, but should be interesting, man. Again, Kemba Walker, we know what he could do. If we can contain him, that'll be big time. So he's not good with Luke's atrocious rotations yet, but soon as we fall, he's out. He said, when Rondo is back, we are going to be better bench-wise since he ran once the starters went out. Absolutely. Our bench has been not as effective ever since Rondo has gone down. So adding him and then potentially Josh Hart or Brandon to the bench is going to give it that boost for sure that we've been waiting for a while, right? So, hey, what's up, Lakers all day? How you doing, brother? Dan, I know we have been calling for Luke to be fired, but I heard since Jeannie hired him, she is very loyal to him. But look where loyalty got Jeannie the last time out, you know, with her brother Jim. Nowhere. She trusted him. She was loyal to her brother, and he failed us for the next 4 years. So I'm sure if Luke Walton doesn't produce like we want him to, and he's not assertive with his players like we want him to, or Magic wants him to, then eventually he's going to get the boot. It's only a matter of time. And I'm sure Magic Johnson is working his magic on Jeannie and letting her know, hey, we got to do what's in the best interest of the franchise, not just, you know, buddy system. He said, Wojnarowski is saying that Magic saving our assets, young core from draft picks for a trade for Anthony Davis. Yes, I reported that earlier in the video. I do believe that that's the only player if he becomes available. And here's the key is he going to reject the Supermax contract that he's going to get potentially this summer? Because that's probably when I look for a trade around the summertime. If he rejects that Supermax, then you better believe Magic's going to be on the phone. But if he takes that max money, then he's pretty much staying with the Pelicans, which I doubt he will. So we'll see. He said, Dan, if we win the 2 back-to-back games, let me go up and read that one. He said, if we win, we could be in the 3rd spot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And I think, as a matter of fact, tonight, depending on who wins between the Clippers and the Pelicans, we could be the Clippers and the Thunder, we could be up in the 4th slot already starting tonight. So we'll see what happens. Dan, I heard Ariza is going to the Wizards. Yeah, he's going there. He's going to the Wizards because Robert Sarver is a Laker hater. So that's the only reason why. But that's all right. Sometimes you make deals like that and you shoot yourself in the foot. So let him rock. Dan, since Houston wants KCP, would you ask for Eric Gordon? There's no way they would give us Eric Gordon for KCP. They love shooters. The best thing we can get for KCP from Houston would be a 1st-round pick, in my opinion. But KCP is disgruntled and doesn't want to be a Laker anymore. So I'm sure Magic's going to do his due diligence to see what kind of piece we can get to compensate for his missing what he's going to leave as far as a whole. And we probably might exceed whatever he leaves as well. Because if we get another player, let's say we get Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is more effective than KCP is right now, especially on the offensive end. So that would be huge for us. When we get in a 3-point shooter like Terrence Ross, who could take you up the dribble, attack the rim, and mix it up, and he's still young, that'd be great. PJ Tucker would be a great addition. I just don't see the Phoenix Suns doing that trade unless they prefer the shooting of KCP in return for PJ Tucker. Then that's a no-brainer for us. But they'd be really shooting themselves in the foot if they got rid of Ariza already, and now they're going to get rid of their next best defender, which is PJ Tucker. That would be suicide for them. So I don't see it. I don't see PJ Tucker making sense for the Rockets. Every time I look at a trade, I look at both sides and I say, would they do this? And if it's a no, then it's irrelevant to even bring it up, honestly, to me. To trade KCP in a second-round pick for Ross and Augustine, I would love that. DJ Augustine has killed us. He has speed on his side. He would be another good third-string point guard. But, again, I think that's way too much that they would be giving up. We'd be lucky to get Terrence Ross for KCP in a second-rounder, honestly. Kawhi going to the Lakers? Too early to tell. My gut tells me yes, we're going to get one max free agent, but I don't know which one. Is it going to be Kawhi? I don't know. Rumors say it's the Clippers. I don't know why. Is it because they started off hot? But I doubt it's the Clippers, even though the agents and all that are saying it's the Clippers. If he goes to the Clippers, then he never wanted to win. He's better off staying in Toronto, let's be real. But we'll see. Time will tell. Laker fan here, but Kawhi might go to the Clippers, bruh. All right. If you want to buy that ESPN hype, they've been wrong for years, man. They're probably right 25% of the time, and they're wrong 75% of the time. So I don't buy it. I doubt that he goes to the Clippers. Honestly, he's too good for that. To waste his talent, playing for a team that has a beach volleyball logo on the front. He's too good for that. I don't care what kind of head coach they have. The Clippers are starting to lose now. I told you guys towards the end of the season or towards the middle, they're going to start getting exposed. They're not that good. They got off to a hot start. Only the real teams maintain. The WAC teams start falling off around this time of the year and moving forward. So, Dan, is tonight's game going to be as close one or a blowout? I predict a close game simply because JaVale might not play. If he doesn't play, we're going to be lacking in the paint for sure. He's huge for us, and we're going to see exactly how huge he is for us when we miss him. If we miss him tonight, so it should be close. Hopefully, we win though. Lakers need one potential piece to be a championship contender. Kuzma started to shine while Ingram was out. Let's trade Ingram for some knockdown 3-point shooters. No, Jeff. You don't trade a potential top 10 player in this league in the future for a bunch of role players. That's a no-no. That's why we fans are not GMs. I'm telling you. Sometimes we do knee-jerk reaction trades. This is an NBA 2K. You don't want an instant fix. You want a bright future or a superstar for Ingram. Either one. Dan, if we don't get KD or Kawhi, would you go after Middleton or Boogie Cousins? Middleton over Boogie. Boogie, I don't trust his health anymore. They're never the same after they tear their ACL like that. So, what's wrong with McGee? Hey, Shannara. Honestly, McGee went down with like flu-like symptoms, so they're not sure if he's gonna tip off till he comes in. Probably right before the game tips off. So we'll know if he's gonna play or not. Okay, he's not really injured. So pretty soon, Rajon Rondo will be back, and so will Brandon Ingram. So we're getting closer to being healthy, Thanks, Giovanni. I appreciate that, bro. He said, damn, we need to trade B.I. Kuzma proves he's LeBron's number 2 guy. So that's why we need to trade him, Jeff. Just because we have a number 2, we still need a number 3, a number 4, and a number 5. So why trade potentially your number 3 guy? There's nothing wrong with being a number 3, man, just because he was a number 2 overall pick. But you never know. What if he overtakes Kuzma in the future? So all you got to do is be patient. Look, don't just offer. If you're a GM, like you're Rob Pelinka, you can't just put Brandon Ingram in a trade market and say, here, because everybody's going to lowball you and try to get a steal of a draft pick right there. So what you have to do is if you are considering trading Brandon Ingram, the Lakers already did the right thing. They said, we're not trading nobody from the young core unless there's a superstar involved coming this way. And that's the only way they should trade Brandon Ingram. That's the only way. Other than that, you ride with this kid because he has top 10 in the NBA player type potential, man. Giannis didn't take off in his second, third. He took off in his 4th years when he started taking off with Jason Kidd at the helm. So it could be the coaching as well. That's the reason Brandon Ingram's not shining. Maybe he's not running enough plays for Brandon. Brandon's forced to isolate and shoot contested jump shots. You got to be 100% with yourself, man. You can't go out and trade potential like Brandon Ingram doesn't grow on trees. So you guys don't know what you have till you lose it. Let's just sit back and enjoy the ride. Then I would lose respect for him if he went to the WAC Flippers. Absolutely. He would be irrelevant. He'd become irrelevant immediately. He said, "These fans are crazy, Dan. Trading Ingram for AD only, not for some role players." Absolutely. He said Ingram takes valuable playing time from Kuzma. We need to trade BI for some 3 and D players. No, he doesn't take valuable playing time for Kuzma. They both start. If the rotations are messed up, you can blame your buddy Luke Walton. It's not his fault. Brandon Ingram is a different type of player than Kuz. Kuz fits in better with LeBron. However, Brandon, if Willing could be a 6-man type, Brandon could be that guy that when LeBron and them get tired takes over. Brandon has a lot of potential. He could even just starting at the 2 guard, he's locking up guys like DeRozan wouldn't have had field days versus the Lakers. So we really already missed Brandon defensively. You don't have to. Here's my thing. You don't have to slander one young player in order to elevate the other one. We have them both, and let's enjoy them both. Both of them. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Trevor Ariza went to the Wizards for, I think, Austin Rivers and Kelly Oubre. So, yep. So, Dan, you sure the Lakers will win tonight? Bobcats are a tough team to figure out, especially with Jordan slapping his players around. Now, you know what? At the end of the day, it's going to be a tough game, especially if JaVale's out. But we're going to be in it all the way through, and I believe in my squad. Absolutely. As long as we got LeBron, Kuz, and the rest of the squad, I believe in these guys, man. Dan, sportscasters claim that Brandon Ingram doesn't fit the Lakers style with LeBron James. Do you have any thoughts on that? Yeah, my thoughts on that is don't drink the Kool-Aid. These are the same sportscasters that were saying that, the Lakers didn't have a shot to make the playoffs. And look at us. We're in the midst of it all for now. Yes, we're nowhere near the playoffs yet, but still a lot of time. But we're right there in the hunt for a top 3 seed. So let's not buy the Kool-Aid. What they say, they don't see the games. They just look at the stat sheets and the highlights. Most of these sportscasters, they have to cover so much sports that they don't tune in to watch all Laker games like we do. So we're better qualified to commentate on what our team needs than they are. All right, they just want to see instant results with LeBron. They want him to be 20 games over 500 with a subpar coach and a bunch of injuries. You got to take everything into account, right? So that's all I'm saying. He said, I like Jonathan Simmons and Terrence Ross to trade. I like Jonathan Simmons too, but I prefer Terrence because he's a better shooter. But I do like Jonathan for his defensive prowess. Absolutely. He said, Dan, the Wizards could turn around and I presume you say cut Ariza if they keep struggling towards the deadline. Yeah, I believe so. I believe eventually they're going to reach a buyout, especially if they continue to struggle, because Ariza deserves to be on a contender, and the Wizards are not that. So if Aaron Mintz, as much as I hate him, and Trevor Ariza can come to an agreement with the Wizards to get bought out, then the Lakers will be first in line. He said, we're going to run the Bobcats out of the gym tonight. I hope so, Steve. I absolutely hope so. He said, Wayne Ellington is also a good trade option. I like Wayne Ellington, but for some reason, I prefer Terrence Ross. Even though Wayne Ellington might be a better catch and shoot, Terrence Ross is like a rich man's J.R. Smith. He can create for himself, is more efficient, and can get to the basket as well. So he'd be that instant offense we desperately need off the bench. We definitely need BI. Maybe just feature Kuz more and more shots, but that's what's missing most times is an offense. But BI can lock up more twos. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. You see things the right way. Yeah, we need a bounce back performance. I'm sorry, this guy's lurking over here. I believe you said that, bro. You said, yeah, T. Ross is a good player off the bench. Love to have him, man. It'd be a dream come true if we have him. Braun can play the 4. Zoe needs to have a good game today. Yeah, I hope he does, especially offensively. But as long as he keeps being aggressive, I'll be happy. Dan, Ken Bazemore would be a nice pickup. Oof, Ken Bazemore. I was mad when Mitch and Jim didn't re-sign him. They're idiots for that. You can clearly see the potential oozing off of Kent Bazemore. He reminded me of a younger Ariza, but, mine is a defensive prowess, but at least he tries. But, I mean, athletically, as far as slashing and just having a nose for the ball, I like Kent. Big time. Dan, I don't listen to sportscasters. My eye test shows me Ingram fits perfect. It's Luke that don't fit. I'm right there with you, Star. Absolutely. But, a lot of people will disagree. That's cool. Dan, Lakers are going to win the finals the next 2 years if we get AD and Kawhi. I believe that. I believe that for sure. I love Kent. Me too, Matt. That's a good pick. That would be a great pickup, but I'm just not sure Atlanta should trade him. I don't see why they would trade him. They're a struggling, tanking team, but that's up and coming as far as young talent. He fits right in. He's right in the middle of it. Dan, how do you explain Toronto beating up on the Warriors without Leonard? Are the Warriors getting tired of success? They have worse chemistry than they've ever had. So that's what it is. That's all it is with the Warriors. But the Toronto Raptors are legit this year. If you guys remember, I told you they were pretenders last year. And again, they couldn't make it past LeBron and the Cavs in the second round. They always choke. Matter of fact, they got swept, I believe, last year. That's how garbage they were. But they did the right thing. They traded away, DeMar DeRozan, and they got a better player. And overall, they added Danny Green, who's also been huge for them. So it was great. That's the way I explain it for them. And now the East doesn't have LeBron, so you're seeing the ripple effect. There's a new powerhouse, and their name is Toronto. Will the Lakers make a trade today? Soon. I smell a trade coming on soon. I don't know when, but soon, man, for sure. Dan, have you seen Randall lately? He's been balling. Yeah, I've seen him. However, him balling hasn't really translated to a lot of wins. Not to hate on Randall, but defensively, he's not the greatest. He can get 30, but he can give up 25, so it's not a huge difference, if you know what I mean. You understand what I'm saying about Julius. The way he's been balling, the way Anthony Davis has been balling, and Drew Holiday, they should be above 500 by now. They should be hooping for reals. So, that's the disappointing thing about Julius to me. I feel like he loves stat padding. I think he's working towards that contract. But instead, sometimes he doesn't make winning plays. Sometimes, you remember down the stretch when he was with the Lakers, he would fumble the ball out of bounds instead of passing it to a teammate, or he'll force it, drive, and then lose it off of his leg. So that's the problem I always have with Randall. But I do love his talent. I love the kid's, aggressive mentality, and I love the way he's kind of an old school banger type. So I do like that. I just hope that he continues to develop and get smarter as far as his game goes. Then if the Lakers keep the roster as it is, they will get knocked out during the second round of the playoffs. What trades do we need to get over the hump? Well, we don't know that because we've never seen this team in the playoffs, honestly. We don't know what round they would get knocked off or if they would advance all the way to the final. We don't know that. We know LeBron and Rondo take their game up another notch when they're in the playoffs, but we don't know, if they would get knocked out or whatever. So I can't really elaborate on that. As far as a piece, again, a player like Terrence Ross would be great. Wayne Ellington would be solid as far as stretching the floor. But there's many directions the Lakers can go with this. I would have been happy had we gotten Ariza. That would have been a great piece. But honestly, I think Terrence Ross would be my favorite piece out of all of them because he is like a rich man Swaggy P. Swaggy, he takes a lot of dumb shots. Terrence Ross takes smart shots, at least from what I've seen. When I've seen him play, I like the way he plays. And he's a killer, man. He could drop 20 to 30 any given night off the bench. So I like his ability, his athleticism as well. And he's still young. I would love to have him. Dan, did you hear that the Magic is looking for his own coach? Yeah, Magic Johnson. Well, here's the thing. Luke Walton hasn't been great this season. Magic sees that. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of you fans that Luke has been a little questionable to say the least. But I'm not going to beat on that dead horse anymore until something happens. I'm not even going to elaborate on that, honestly. But bottom line is Magic knows. He sees what's up. And he's trying to improve the team always. That's why we're like Allstate. We're in good hands. The Lakers isn't that good. That's why. Hello. The Lakers isn't that good. Well, your grammar isn't that good. I'm gonna go ahead and block you, bro. Don't talk bad about my Lakers on the Lakers channel. Get out of here. Lakers are the 5th seed. Do your research before you come with ridiculous, messages. This kid, he said the Lakers isn't that good. Serious, bro? He said LeBron will cement his legacy with a ring this year. That would be great. If he won a ring, for sure he gets elevated into the top 3 instantly. He's up there with Big Mike, Kobe, and then it will be LeBron, in my opinion, for sure. Lonzo got vision. Lonzo's a big guard, smart. He sees a play before it develops. He's just an all-around. Mike Trudell just said JaVale is game-time decision for today's game. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I reported that a little bit earlier. So we'll see. Hopefully he's a go. I saw everyone hates the Lakers and the Lakers fans. That's all right. They hate us because they ain't us, man. They hate greatness, and that's all right. We really don't need a big trade this year. Our guys are playing good. We just need to improve free throws and turnovers. That's true. That's a good point. Then I agree on Randall thing completely and was so happy that to have the Raptors winning against the Warriors. Yeah, man, that was fun to watch. I tuned in for like the last couple of quarters, and they were just spanking them without Kawhi, just like they did us, honestly. But I mean, that shouldn't be happening in Golden State. So, Dan, I want to 1v1 you. Hey, Omar, let's do it, bro. Let's do it, brother. Y'all know where I hoop at. Hit me up on Instagram. Y'all know exactly where I hoop at. I never run. He said we need just one All-Star. We could already have it on the team, though. Just saying. Could be Kuz, could be Brandon, could be both, could be Josh, could be Lonzo. We'll see. Give me a prediction. Will BI be in LA next season? Yes. My prediction is yes. Yes. Boy, you can't hoop. How you gonna size me up over the camera, bro? That's how I know you can't hoop. You probably play 2K too much, man. Get out of here. He said, Dan, do you think Cousins is going to make a full recovery of his injury? I don't know, man, 'cause he's a heavy set player, but I wish him the best. That's for sure. I wish him the best. I just hope that he recovers slowly so that they don't kill it this year. You know? He said, you hoop at the park or in the building? Both. When my friends invite me to 24, we go to 24. If not, we're gonna hoop over there, and we're gonna hoop over there in the park, wherever, man. Ball is life. We play anywhere. We hoop in here in my house. Sometimes I whip out the basketball. Me and my brother go 1v1. Just practicing. Dan Ingram needs to step up. He'll be fine, man. He'll be fine. We have plenty of them. We have plenty of hoopers over here. So he said, to all the Laker haters, keep hating. You're just proving we're moving in the right direction. Lakers up, haters down. Absolutely, Star. That's why you start, girl. That's why you start. He said, let's hoop sometime in Vegas, bro. Oh, man, I'm not driving out to Vegas. You got to come out to me, brother. I work often, so. But I'd love to hoop. If you guys ever want to hit me up on Instagram, we could set it up. Nobody ever sets it up, though. They always say they're going to set it up, and then they end up lagging it. So I'm always available. He said, Dan, I love our young guys because nobody can name one team that has so much great talent. We do. We have a lot. We have 4 great young pieces, potentially 5 and 6 with Mo and Svi as well. So we'll see. He said the only thing wrong is Luke. I can't wait to see, man. We're going to see. You know what we're going to really see? If Luke Walton is a decent coach at least, or if he's just garbage like a lot of us believe he is, come playoff time. If he makes it there, if he gets all the way through the season and gets to the playoffs, then all the possessions and all the play calls are going to be microscoped. And then even ESPN won't even be able to deny anything, right? Right now, because they don't tune in, they call him a great coach. They're like, they're winning. But yes, we're winning because we got LeBron and Kuzma's balling now, and the young players are coming along. But they want to give all that credit to Luke, like saying, I don't know why the Lakers want to get rid of their coach. They're winning. Yeah, we're 6 games over 500 in a stacked West where we dropped probably like 10 winnable games already. We would have had at least 5 of those had we had a better head coach. So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not going to give Luke Walton credit for anything till he wins us at least a playoff series or 2. And that's it. And then he'll get my credit. If he gets us to the Western Conference Finals, then I'll say, you know what, guys? Luke Walton, and of course, he has to do good coaching in the process. It can't just be LeBron carrying the team with Kuzma and Ingram and Lonzo carrying the team, right? So that's all I'm saying. Like, if he proves himself, I will gladly come on the channel and give him the credit he deserves. Why not? Dan here, great guy, buddy. When is the Laker game? MST? I'm not sure what you mean, MST, bro, but thank you. I appreciate that. Laker game starts at 4, if that's what you're asking. Not sure. Dan, my only concern this year is our free throws. It's been 2 years. What's up with that? It's just the personnel we have. Most of the guys we have on the team are poor free throw shooters. And sometimes it's infectious. If your leaders start shooting poorly, the rest of the team will follow. It's like a mental thing. He said the Lakers were not going to be a lottery team. Come on, did you watch the team last season? They lost 15 games in the last 2 minutes. Mostly coaching, casual fan. Yeah, absolutely, bro. There's a lot of people over here that they're Luke Walton apologists, but that's okay. That's their opinion. Let him get his back. At the end of the day, if he ever does get canned, I don't want to hear anything. It is what it is. But as long as he's there, sure, I'll respect him because he's our coach. But in reality, let's be real. He's not much of a coach. So, will the Lakers make a trade tonight? I don't know, man. I wish I was psychic and I could tell you, but I'm not. So I take that back. I don't wish I was psychic. You know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I will report anything as soon as I get it, man. I'll let you guys know. He said, Dan, LeBron was never a great free throw shooter, but Brandon shouldn't be so bad. Again, I think it's infectious. I think once Lonzo starts shooting poorly or LeBron, I think the rest of the team, they start getting in their own head. The pressure surmounts to make free throws because, like, oh, my whole team has been missing. So now I really got to hit. And I think that gets into, into their heads. So that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Going to get ready for this game, man. Only about 12 minutes left. So we're going to take flight right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. You guys been great. Thanks for all the love. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. And I'll see you guys post game, man. Enjoy the game. Let's get this dub and let's get it, man. Peace out, guys.